Hey, what's going on, everybody? Manny here once again. Welcome to DFS Zone. I have a new video for you guys. But before I get started, like always, I appreciate you guys drop a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, it's your first time here, never seen any of my videos before, the only thing you need to do to be a part of the community, get access to the videos, is to become a subscriber to the channel. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure you do so down below before you go. And don't forget also to turn on that bell icon. Turn on your post notifications. This way you don't miss out on any of my new uploads. With that being said, today is Thursday, October the 31st, 2019. Happy Halloween to everybody out there. Make sure you be safe. We have a three-gamer in the association today. Three-game slate in the association. And we're going to get right to it. First things first, last night, man, what a bummer. Miles Turner gets hurt early. Lose out on him. I had him in about 30% of my lineups. Draymond Green, Golden State got blown out. He didn't play. He played 23, 24 minutes, I believe. Only took like 8-9 shots all game long. Was not even involved in the offense. I don't know what happened there. Only put up 18. OG Anunoby didn't play it particularly well last night. 26.6. James Harden had a monster night. I knew that was coming at some point. 75.1. And Lowry, 42. I think the two there obviously did well. Hopefully you guys mixed and matched and got some guys in between there if you decided to play those five. I played those five in about, I would say, 30% of my lineups, and that definitely hurt me. But because I play multiple lineups, I did well. I was able to win in other areas. Like my main lineup got 377. If it wasn't for Oubre, if Oubre would have been able to get me, he had 20.4 fantasy points. That's really low. He was averaging more like 38, 39. If he would have gotten me, if he would have been able to put up a 45-50, I probably would have been in the top 10, top 12 of that 100K last night. Instead, I finished in 206th place. I actually posted that already on my Instagram as well as my Twitter and Facebook, so you can take a look at it there. I take a snapshot of it. But the 100K, I finished in 206th place. I won $75 overall the entire night with quarter GPPs. I played some 5-cent GPPs. I played the 3 max entry $1 GPPs. I do a bunch of them, a couple single entries. I pretty much cashed all the way across the board. I generated about 160 somewhat dollars. I think 163 was my total for the night. Not too bad for, $35, $38 worth of money put up last night. I also did well in the after hours. I made money in the after hours as well, finishing in the top, I think 100 or 200 there as well. So I mean, not too bad. It was not too bad of a night. Great night. So again, yeah. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Also, we have crossed the 3,000 subscriber mark. Okay, so that's fantastic. So again, this Sunday I will be doing a drawing, and then I'll be announcing on Monday the winners. 2 subscribers will get the 1-year pass to get either lineups or player pool, and I highly recommend maybe just getting player pool for me. 15, 16 solid plays, and you mix and match, and you decide, and you do the rest of your research there. If you want lineups, then I can give you lineups. Nothing's guaranteed, so that's the most important thing everybody's got to remember. But we want to be consistent. We want to be as consistent as we can be. Other than that, we also will have the weekly drawing. Of course, we're going to be handing out 1 week to one individual as well. The only thing you have to do to be in any of the things, especially the weekly drawing, is you got to just like the video, comment down below, and of course be a subscriber. So as long as you've done all 3 of those, you will be in the drawing automatically during the course of the week and at the end of the week. So that will be announced on Monday. So we got 2 subscribers for season for the entire year, and then of course we have the weekly drawing as well. All right, that is pretty much it. As far as the streaming, also, I keep trying to give you guys an update. It's going to definitely come. I've had some people contact me and ask me. I am going to be on twitch.tv/DFS Zone very soon. I'm right now hoping for next week. It's a long season. I'm just prepping for it because I decided that that's something that I wanted to try and do, is be a little more live more often in the morning while I'm here and I have a little bit of time. So I'm looking to do that as of hopefully next week. So bear with me, but we're going to get it done. So this way we can just interact and talk with each other and discuss slates every single day, Monday through Friday. Okay, so let's get to it. So today, 3-gamer. Let's go right to the top at point guard. We got Trae Young, obviously he's out. Lonzo Ball, Jamal Murray, DeJounte Murray. To me, I think they're all in play in a 3-game slate like this. I like Jamal Murray's upside, and I like the matchup. New Orleans is one of the worst defending teams against point guards right now, giving up a whopping 55.5 fantasy points per game. So Jamal Murray is one guy I'm targeting. DeJounte Murray is probably my second choice for tonight. He's on my player pool. Lonzo Ball is going to get a little bit of a usage decrease and maybe a little less shots because Jrue Holiday is going to be back today. Obviously, him, Ingram have been taking advantage of the absence of Jrue Holiday, but he's going to be back. So Jamal Murray is at the top. He's my favorite guy here tonight. I love the upside. I love also the matchup. He is averaging pretty much coming in here. He's 7,100. You need 35, 36 to meet value. On DK, 6,600. If you want to play him on DK, I do want to be able to. These guys are pretty much going to be used for both DK or FanDuel. There's going to be one or two differences later in the front court. But Murray, 33 plus minutes pretty much per game, or 30 minutes on average, easily. He's got 42, 43 point upside. As you can see, he got a 43 spot here earlier, 3 games ago, but he's averaging 18 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. We know he can get you some steals and blocks. Okay, so he's capable of doing that. And his usage rate while he's on the court, 23%. So that is very good. I always look for 21, 22 or better, and he's at 23. 42% field goal percentage for him, and he's shooting 32% from 3. Other thing that I like also is he takes more than enough shots to be able to get you 50 fantasy points. He's taking 14 to 15 shots per game from the floor and taking 4 to 5 threes on average from 3. So that's about 20, shots a game, more or less, and that's not too bad. Going up against New Orleans, like I said, New Orleans is, they're one of the top pace teams. They're 5th in the league in pace, 106 possessions a game. But again, man, they are giving up tons of fantasy points, and this is what this game is all about, fantasy point totals. New Orleans Pelicans allowing 55.5 fantasy points per game to opposing point guards. That is the worst in the NBA right now at the very moment. But then again, we're going to have to, we have to understand they have faced 4 solid point guards in their first 4 matchups. Curry put up 54, Westbrook put up 58, Doncic put up 55, and Van Fleet of Toronto put up 54 on them. So, man, that's 4 tough guards to go up against. Jamal Murray is pretty much in that vicinity where he can get you 40, 45, 50. So, me as a GPP play, I'm looking at him as a GPP 7,100. Give me 35. I'm okay. That's good for cash. I want him to give me 45 to 50. If he can give me 45, 50, he'll be smashing tonight. I will take my chances with Jamal Murray. He's my top choice at point guard. Other than that, like I said, DeJounte Murray is someone that I'm considering, and I also like here as well. Derek White, he could be a very sneaky play, 4,900. He's playing more than enough minutes, and he has upside. He can get you 30 to 35 at that price tag, and he is someone that you gotta consider. As shooting guard, we got Butler at the top. I'm okay with Butler against Atlanta. I don't think I'm going to be too high on him. He's in my player pool right now. I'm going to look him over a little bit more. But at the moment, I do like the price tag of $7,800 for DeMar DeRozan. He's $1,000 cheaper than Holiday, and pretty much $1,400 cheaper than Jimmy Butler. And he has the capability of getting you 40 to 45, 50. In this matchup at 78, you need 38. He's going up against the Clippers. 2 pretty decent defending teams, and what I like is the DeRozan sometimes really gets up for some of these games against good teams and against other superstars. So he's going to face Kawhi Leonard, who's going to actually ball his butt off because he's going up against his former team. But DeMar, I don't know why I closed that, but DeMar DeRozan coming in here, he's averaging about 31 minutes a game. As you can see, 31 plus in 3 straight games, 26 and 27 in his last 2 games from the floor, shooting 20, he's sorry about that. He is at 27, 26 and 27 points, 7 rebounds. He's averaging 22, 5, 2, and 5 rebounds and 3 assists. 34 fantasy point totals, but as you can see, he can get you 40. He's capable of getting you even 50. His usage rate is good. He's getting you, while he's on the floor, it's 27%, so he's one of the top tier players on the team as far as offense is concerned, getting touches. Field goal percentage, 48% from the floor. He doesn't shoot any threes. He's only taken 1 all year long, and he missed that one. He takes about 16 to 17 shots a game. So that's pretty good. At 48%, it takes 16 to 17. He's hitting almost 50% of his shots. He's going up against the Clippers. And the Clippers are coming in here. They've been allowing only 29.2, which is close to 30. I look at teams over 30 as, a team that's definitely struggling. But 29.2, it's okay. They did give up 38 to Kelly Oubre. Is the only guy that has put up that kind of numbers. Miles Bridges and Glenn Robinson III didn't put up those kind of numbers. And that's, again, They haven't faced a whole lot of quality shooting guards, and DeRozan playing shooting guard pretty much plays small forward pretty much for this team. But they're going to have a tough go with DeMar DeRozan. I really do believe he has a shot here to do very well in this game. Other than DeMar DeRozan, obviously you always got to have your eye open for Lou Will because he could explode any night as well. The young kid, Tyler Hero, the rookie, is doing very well for Miami at 5,700. You need 27. He's on my radar. There's you can always consider Bunbury, 4,700. You need about 23. The me value, and then then you always got those Denver guys. You never know if Torrey may have a big game, Torrey Craig or Malik Beasley. So those guys should be, guys if you're looking for value, those are guys you may want to take a look at. But I would say the lowest I would go here would be Tyler Hero. As small forward for me is hands down, it's Kawhi Leonard. Now, granted, I do like Will Barton a lot tonight, and he will have exposure. I will have a lot of Will Barton tonight. He'll probably be in the same line with Kawhi. Ingram is definitely intriguing. It's just he's not going to get 50, 55 against this team. If he does, that is fantastic. But with Drew Holiday back and him, Holiday and Ball, trying to get their shots off and getting their share of scoring, I don't know if that's going to pan out very well. On top of that, Denver, being a fairly solid defensive team as well. So 9,000 will be a little high there. But Kawhi Leonard in play for me. He rested last night. He's ready to go. He's going up against his former organization. So he wants to come down here and just really kick some butt tonight. 27 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, averaging nearly 2 steals a game and 1 block, 52 fantasy points, 10,300. Pretty much need 52 to me value. On DK is 9,500. You only need 47. That is definitely very good there. He's already averaging 52 DK points. So I think he's ready to go. He's going to be prime here. Minutes, 29 minutes points a game. His usage rate is really, really high. It's 4th best in the NBA right now when he's on the floor. 37% usage rate for Kawhi Leonard, shooting 52% from the floor, 36.8, nearly 37% from 3. He's taking about 19 shots from the floor and about 4 or 5 shots from 3. So he's averaging about 24 shots to 25 shots a game. That's a lot of shots, and he's taking them down at a 52% clip. So he is playing very, very well right now as far as his percentages are concerned. And then, of course, that's what we want: minutes, usage, and we want to be able to make sure they were taking more than enough shots. Those are some of the key things that I look for in fantasy sports. He's going up against San Antonio, pumped up, his former organization. They have been allowing 31.7 fantasy points per game to opposing small forwards. They did give up 55 to Julius Randle. That is the only guy that's put up those kind of numbers. They have faced Bonga and Hood. Not a whole lot of guys there, but Julius Randle was able to put up 55. Probably Julius Randle's best game of the year thus far as a Knick. Kawhi Leonard should be in the vicinity to get 50 or better here today. I do like Kawhi. And like I said, my favorite other play here at small forward on my watch list right now is Willie Barton. But you can make an exception for Kenrich Williams. He should be someone you can consider. Cameron Reddish should be another. I think those are 2 guys that I'm going to have, that I have right now at the moment on my player pool. And they will probably be on some of my lineups as well. So I will have some exposure. At power forward, at the top, man, I really like the first 3 guys. Hands down, I think every one of these guys are in play, and they're in a matchup that they can do fairly well. John Collins, 8,700. LaMarcus Aldridge at 8,500. And Bam Adebayo at 8,300. I'm going to go with Bam here because my plans are on DK is to use LaMarcus Aldridge on DK because he is power forward center eligible there, and he's only 7,200. So that's a nice price tag for LaMarcus Aldridge. So I'll speak about him in a moment. But right here on FanDuel, I think the play is Bam. Go with Bam here. He's playing center. He could play the 4 as well in some of the lineups. 8,300. Need 41, 42 to me value on DK 76 if you want to play him there. I do plan to have some exposure to him there as well. He's coming in here averaging pretty much 31, 32 minutes a game. Let's see, yeah, pretty much that much. 15. He's averaging 16 points, pretty much, almost 11 rebounds, nearly 5 assists. 41.5 fantasy points. Like I said, 8,300, you need 41, 42. His numbers are fantastic, man. Look at that. He's a double-double machine. 17 and 10, 19 and 13, 14 and 11. Then he brings all those peripherals, man. He gets blocks. He gets steals. He's had 7 blocks and 5 steals in his first 4 games. He's pretty much averaging in the 40s. I think he has a chance to be up there in the high 40s again today, and I would love if he can crack over 50 today for a GPP play for me. He's shooting 54% from the floor, 73% from 3. From the free throw line. Sorry, not 3. He's not a 3-point shooter. He's going up against He's up here going up against Atlanta. Atlanta's allowing 42.7 fantasy points per game to opposing centers. Now, remember, he is here on FanDuel as a power forward, but he plays strictly, pretty much right now, he's playing more the 5. So we're looking at the statistics on how they've done against centers, and that's the reason why I gave you the center. It's 42.7 versus centers, and B put up 64 on them, and Andrew Drummond put up 49 in 2 out of the last 3 games. So again, Bam, the only thing I need you to do is to go and get a nice 48, 50, 52 spot. If you could go up there and get 55, that would be awesome. So Bam Adebayo in play for me tonight. Watch on the watch list here for power forwards. Like I said, I like Aldridge and Collins. I think I will have exposure to both in some of my lines, but I think Bam is my key guy. And then you can never fall asleep on Paul Millsap, but he is on the road. I do like Jackson Hayes, and the only way you mention Hayes or Lyles is simply because they're cheap at $3,800 a piece. But Hayes, if Okafor for New Orleans gets into foul trouble again, he's more than likely to be caught because Okafor is going to start. They're going to need that size tonight, for Denver, against Denver for Jokic. So I don't see Hayes getting a ton of minutes, but if Okafor gets into foul trouble, then that's the only thing you can hope for. If you want to make a lineup and really get some, as much max play as possible out of the lineup, then maybe sprinkle in some of your lineups with Troy Lyles or a Jackson Hayes will definitely help you as far as getting some of the other studs in here. All right, so that's an option that I'm going to have on some of my lineups. We go over to center. At center, hands down, Jokic is in play, hands down. But again, let me point this out. If you put Nikola Jokic in here, he's $10,400. You're going to stay with only $4,000. So then you're going to need to get Jackson here or Trey Lyles. My recommendation, if you do go Jokic and you like all the other guys that I mentioned here, maybe take Adebayo out of there, and then you throw in Trey Lyles or Jax. That's what you can go, or Hayes, Jackson Hayes. You can go either one of those two. Okay? That's what I will recommend if you want to go Jokic. And I'm going to have that in my lines because, like I said, I play multiple lineups. But for the sake of the video, I think the best option is to go Adebayo here, and then maybe get Montrezl Harrell at 7,200, which he's only played 14 minutes because the Clippers got destroyed, so they need to have him on the court, plus he got into foul trouble. So if he can stay out of foul trouble and play 24, 25 minutes, he can definitely smash this 7,200. So that's what I'm thinking there when it comes to Bam Adebayo to Montrezl Harrell. So Montrezl Harrell at center, he's 7,200. You need pretty much 36 to me value. His last game out, like I said, he got into foul trouble. He was out, but in 13 minutes, he still put up 10 and 2, 14.4 fantasy points. So he's a good point per minute player. 18 points, he's been averaging nearly 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 30 fantasy points per game. His usage rate when he's on the floor is 24%, so he's definitely being utilized in the paint a lot, and he is very, very effective when he's down there. He's shooting 72% from the paint. But he's got to stay away from foul trouble. If he can stay away from foul trouble, he'll be just fine. He's going up against San Antonio. They're allowing 23.2 fantasy points per game, 2 opposing centers. Thomas Bryant put up 24. Bobby Portis put up 29 against them. So I think if Montrezl Harrell can stay out of trouble, play 25 to as much as 30 minutes, he can get us 30 to 40 fantasy points. I'd say more in the 35-40 range, especially if he can get some peripherals. And we know he's capable of getting some blocks and steals. He has 4 steals and 3 blocks thus far this year. So you get a little bit more, tighter with his defense, get a little aggressive there. There's a possibility. The only problem is that when he does get too aggressive, he makes too many silly fouls. So I'm willing to take a shot at him. Again, here you can go Jokic. Like I said, I have exposure to him. And then you could come down if you want. Leonard is in play at 3,700 and Okafor at 3,600. You can't go wrong. I'm going to have Okafor in probably 20-25% of my lineups at 3,600. As long as he starts, he doesn't get into foul trouble, he should be able to get me 1 point per minute. And the only thing I'm asking for him at 3,600 is to get me 16 to 20. But as a GPP player, I would love him to get 8 to 10 more and get me to 25. 25 or better will be absolutely crazy. And if he just happens to smash, that'll be even awesome. That'll be even better. And that's pretty much what I'm at. That's where it is, right? So again, we got Murray, DeRozan, Leonard, Adebayo, and Harrell on FanDuel. And then on DK is pretty much the first 3. And then you can go Adebayo with Aldridge as the center if you wanted to. And then, of course, all the other guys that I mentioned, you could put on the player pool. Entirely up to you. But that's pretty much it. You got $4,800 still to go. Again, to be, that's pretty much it. So the bottom line is, man, drop a like on the video. Again, comment down below if you want to be in the drawing for the giveaways. You gotta make sure that you like, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. So that's pretty much it, man. Happy Halloween again. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow.